I've spent half a day
I've seen
snowboarding.
snow. I can count the number of times I've seen snow on one hand.
Really?
Yeah.
He recently went snowboarding probably about 3 weeks ago.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
I kind of like skiing. Like I've snowboarded for a day, but I talked my way into letting them. Yeah, I did some ENTP smarminess and got myself into like an intermediate lesson and stuff like that. But it was fun. But I kind of like.
Isn't it nice when things work out like that?
It was perfect. Like
Yeah.
I had basically pulled a muscle that I used for skiing. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to be racing up and down the hills. So why don't I go rent a snowboard and get into a snowboard class? Well. They're like, well, the afternoon lesson is only for intermediate snowboarders. They're like, you have to have taken the morning class at the very least. Anyway, I talked my way into it.
I would just lie and be like, yeah, I took the morning class.
Well, no, but see, it's better if you don't have. See, I have snowboarded before, just on
okay.
a string behind a pickup, or down manure piles, or down sand hills. I have technically strapped a snowboard to my feet and done things, just not on snow most of the time. And yeah, and then apparently I was,
when I was a kid.
What was funny is I saw other people like get turned away, couldn't talk their way into the afternoon lesson. And anyway, I was the only one apparently who could talk my way into it, so I got the afternoon group lesson for the group rate, but I was the only one in it. So I basically had a private instructor all afternoon.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I was at Red River.
Okay.
But it was actually kind of fun, but I still kind of like skiing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start on skiing. I tried snowboarding and I was scared to death.
Well, I know that I'm pretty well equipped to snowboard because I know how to fall down and I'm, pretty comfortable doing a lot of the stuff that it involves. But I would really hate to try to snowboard and not having a certain set of skills.
Yeah.
I have a bad habit of going too far. Like back when I used to blade, my friend brought me to like a 9-foot ramp, like a vert bowl, and I've never done vert before ever. And he's like, I know it's scary, but just go for it. Remember, keep your knees like, something. I don't know what the fuck he said. And I was starting to freak out, and I was like, fuck it. I just went for it. Yeah, I blacked out. I woke up like.
My problem is that I've done way too many things that I shouldn't have done like that, but then I usually come out fine, and so it doesn't really encourage me not to do them in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that line is so hard to find. You're like, I shouldn't that should have known my limitations.
Saint,
but alas,
you dog. You dog.
Also, I had a bad experience with a snowboarder. They're always running over me. They're really annoying that way. People on skis don't often run over you. People on snowboards do. It's usually because they don't know what they're doing and they got on the snowboard and they're like,
That was a good joke. Do you dye your hair, Carolyn? Or
Nope.
are you like Italian?
This is natural, and I'm half
Greek?
Hispanic.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm half Hispanic.
Oh, well, that's what. Yeah. I should have called that.
No, I stopped coloring my hair probably about 8 years ago.
It's very rare to see like pure black, jet black hair in someone that's like not Asian, I guess.
Well, there's a lot of gray. You just can't see it.
How does file management work?
confusingly, I never know. This is why I use like a bare bones IDE most of the time.
I heard someone say that asking an ENTP to be organized is just going to fail.
I have a system, but it
works for you and nobody else, right?
it works for me, and then when it's all done, yeah. No, quite literally, we were talking about doing some stuff in Python. I was talking to Jacob a while ago. I like, the nice, like, complicated IDEs that do all your file management for you and stuff. Like, I've used them, but I don't use them much. When I'm doing my own personal projects, I use the little lightweight IDE that comes with Python called Idle, and it's like a hopped up text editor is all it is.
Yeah.
And then I do my own thing. For bigger projects, you need something a little more.
Dude, watch an Eclipse tutorial. Just watch it.
I don't really like Eclipse, but everybody uses it, so I've been having to use it for my degree.
Are you an introvert, Carolyn?
Yes.
Yeah. What are you, like, INFP?
INTJ.
Oh.
I'm pretty bitchy. I have to
Bitchy.
try really hard to be nice. Yeah, I'd probably get kicked out of here if I really said the things that I want to say.
Say all the things that ENTPs say without realizing.
Yeah, for some reason I can't pull it off, but you guys can.
Because we smile when we say it.
I don't.
We've established a reputation of no one ever quite knowing if we mean it or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we don't know if we mean it or not, so it's really easy to maintain that reputation.
To be quite honest, most of the time I have no idea if I insulted somebody until, like, they freak out and leave the fucking room.
I always find out months later or something if something took
Something
I said wrong. Usually that's what happens, and then you realize, that's
why they've been avoiding me. Okay. Yeah.
Or it's like there's a big deal about somebody said something, and then you realize 4 years later you're like, oh, it was me that did that.
Right.
That's why everybody's been doing this thing for like 4 years, and like I had no idea it was me. Oh, it's funny.
Rob deals with subtitles. Wow.
I mean, they're pretty good, but it's.
You should just like export them and like publish it as this really crazy story.
Just do like shit that's like obviously not what we said in subtitles, but just is funny.
Yeah. When I say delight, it actually reads delight. So I'm just like, all right. I am delight.
I am delight.
And I don't know I have that strong of an accent. Doesn't
Broccoli.
feel like it.
You eat healthily, don't you? Carolyn.
Oh, what?
You eat healthily, don't you?
Yeah, INTJ.
No, that was broccoli.
Right.
What the fuck?
You had broccoli, therefore.
Yeah. Broccoli,
I got
totally junk food.
I got a salad for lunch, and I really liked it for some reason, so I ate like the whole bag.
I've been eating salad all day, and it's really tiring because I have to eat like every 45 minutes.
My leafy vegetables are rotten, so I can't make a fucking salad. I'm pissed.
I have a bunch of arugula. And then I have these little veggie meat bars that are actually pretty good.
What? Let me see.
Wild Zora. That looks like beef jerky.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like that Kipper beefsteak stuff, but it's supposedly all good sorts of food, and so far the ones I've tried taste really good. My doctor's like,
just trust things that taste really good.
Well, they taste not bad.
I'm just kidding.
You know what I'm saying?
You can get a vinaigrette that's like fucking amazing too, and vinaigrette. There's nothing wrong with vinaigrette.
I love the vinaigrette, but
Unless you eat too many fats, but if you don't, it's perfectly healthy for you.
it's usually what I put. Like I don't do regular salad dressings. I do good olive oil and like a balsamic vinegar on it sometimes, but I mean, just a good olive oil is more than enough to put on a salad.
Shit, a good fresh bread with olive oil is fucking amazing. Probably not the best thing for you to eat,
Yeah.
you know, but if you have a slice here and there, it's not a big deal.
I always like
Eat
garlic
that
bread.
as a snack instead of fucking Snickers, and you'll be set.
I don't even like candy bars.
Or get like roast some garlic cloves, cut up a baguette into slices, get a nice bit of brie
And then you can
on each
spread them on
slice,
there.
and a garlic clove on each one. Oh man, hors
That would
d'oeuvres.
be good.
Mm.
Yeah. I just roast garlic cloves a lot and eat them. Because I mostly try to take the bread out, so it's like, okay. I don't have bread to put it on anymore. But do love brie. I always did I'd take a baguette, I'd do a sandwich on a baguette, but I'd do horseradish. I'd do like a horseradish mayonnaise or spread or something. And then ham, brie, cranberries, and rocket. That was good stuff.
Cranberries with what?
Arugula.
That sounds good.
That tastes
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I like that.
I liked it. It was good. They had a burrito kind of with that configuration when I was in England that I liked, and I don't like a lot of the food over there, so I remembered it, and I started making it when I got
Well,
home.
if the horseradish isn't too intense, that would taste very good.
Well, you can do that to your own liking.
I'd probably go with like a spicy mustard that's kind of not ground up entirely. You know, like
Yeah, a good kind of rawish mustard.
Yeah.
That would be good. Not too much though. But yeah, cranberries and brie and ham, and then my
cranberries and
preference-
brie go great with anything, but it's an acquired
Yeah.
taste. A lot of people don't like it. Brie, I mean, a lot of people taste brie and they're like,
You don't really have to compile it so much. You just kind of run it. I mean,
yeah, it's like saving HTML. You just save it and then open it with run.
save and run. That's pretty much the process. Yes, run.
Yeah.
There's usually like a play button. It's like like a triangle.
Well, if
Brie.
you're not doing it in like Notepad, if you have like a Python fucking program, yeah, there should be a run button.
Oh.
And I think Oracle does it, doesn't it? Oracle helps with Python? Or is that only Java?
It's mostly Java.
Atom.
I haven't used Atom that I remember. I don't know. Do some Google food and be like, how do I run
How to run Python.
how
script.
to run Python in Atom?
I just go to my command, cmd run. But that might be a little bit advanced, I guess, because you'll have to go to the desktop, then you'd have to say run, then you'd have to do .ps. So or py.
I'm okay with people not liking brie because then there's more for me.
Right?
It's like, what did I bring for lunch today? I bought
Especially the edges.
brie and olives. I'm like, sorry.
Brie and olives. I can eat olives just about all day. Black
Yeah.
olives. Not
kinda
green
like-
ones. I don't like green ones.
Well, I like the Kalamata olives.
I don't know the name of them.
They're purple.
Oh, yeah. I like those.
Yeah, just cheese and olives.
Ugh.
Maybe some
Ugh.
nuts. Makes a good snacks.
Pickles
I like
are nasty.
pickles.
Fuck. Too much vinegar, man.
I'll admit that I have a preference for homemade pickles, but I will eat pickles.
Okay. You know what? Homemade pickles I'll eat. Depends on how good they are, though.
Pickles are one of those things, like, I don't always just want them, but then when I really want pickles, I really want pickles. You're like, all right, it's time for jar pickles. I should go eat the whole thing.
The whole jar.
Probably not the whole jar, half the jar, and then the other half of the jar sits in my fridge for months until I want pickles again, and then I have to wonder. I'm like, do I want those pickles that are?
I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of pickles. Like even as a kid, I don't know. And my grandmother used to make pickles too, from scratch, and they were pretty alright.
My grandma makes good pickles. And she makes homemade taco sauce, salsa stuff that's really good.
Oh yeah.
Pickles.
I'm too lazy to can stuff. I'll make fresh salsa all day.
If I had a canner, I'd probably use it, but nah.
Like Parmesan. Parmesan is I think my favorite cheese.
I like Parmesan, but I don't know. I need music in my life.
Waiting on an email that I don't know if I'm going to get, but it would make what I'm about to go do easier if I get it.
Good. That dude is wow. Okay.
You ever had squid jerky? Do you like squid jerky?
That sounds
I don't know
gross.
if I've had squid jerky, but I've had breaded squid.
Yeah,
And that's good.
squid jerky is interesting. I like it. But it does have it's pretty potent smelling. It's a Korean thing. And
Yeah.
it's better over there, I'll admit, because it's fresh. Like they would have these,
Oh,
they have
no
these
shit.
little. It's like expanded metal. Like it just like cuts these little lines in it, and they take like this freshly roasted or whatever thing and the squid, and they just like put the squid through this little machine and like turn it into this textured jerky stuff.
Hmm.
It was really good.
Squid gets a little chewy. I don't like it too much, just because the texture of it is. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't had good squid.
Yeah, but it's not overcooked. It's not too. I mean, it just
It's not
depends.
too squishy or too chewy. It's just
It can get really chewy, but I think it's one of those things that probably is generally overcooked, like scallops.
yes. Fucking hell. I don't think I've ever had a good scallop before.
I was in San Diego a couple months ago, and it's like, all right, I was at the seafood restaurant, like on the water. You're like, all right, I'll have some scallops, and I don't know, they overcooked them and wrapped them in stuff. Yeah. They were, I mean, they were good, but they weren't really good. There was no point in them being scallops with me. It's most of the scallops I get. What are you trying to do, Jacob?
think
Are
he's
you
trying to
trying-
set a variable to say hey. To print hey.
Yeah. Okay. You need a space between print and the parentheses, I think. And then, of course, you'll need a new line, but I assume that's there. Just didn't translate. And also, are you using Python 3 or Python 2? So that would make a difference. Yeah, because with Python 3, the parentheses are. Yeah, to set the variable, it'd be hey gets hey. So that's right. And the new line, and then just print. Yeah, that should work. Is that you sharing your screen? Let me make it bigger.
Help me, senpai. This dude's funny.
Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. I mean, that should. I don't know. Hang on. Let me.
Try it without the parentheses. Oh.
Can you see what I did, Jacob? That should be all there is to it. If it's Python 2, the parentheses won't work, but. No, that's just because I was scripting it. Okay, let me do it in a. I'll do it in a file here. Let's see. So we have hey gets. Like you want to import you want to include a file or include a. Let me see if I've got an example because I don't actually have to remember. Yeah, I mean, to import packages or files or whatever, you just say import, and then so like if it was Dumpy or something, and that'll allow you to use it and access it from within this file. And you can also import as, which is a cool feature. So like if it's a really long name, you can say import numpy is, like that's what I usually do is import numpy as np. So if I want to use something within numpy, I just go np dot, multiply or whatever is in numpy. NumPy. Not if it's nearby, I don't think. It's magic. It's the best language because you're just like, I want that. So you say you want that, and it usually happens. Well, I guess the one thing would be that those are different sorts of files, so you may have to run them through some sort of. I mean, this is what you're trying to get out of them, right? So, like a JSON, you may have to read in. I'm just looking at that now. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, Python files are easy to. Literally, that's all you do with Python files is you say import whatever you want. I mean, a JSON you can. I don't know. Is that a? I usually just use the hashtag thing. That's comments things out. I don't know about block comments. Let's see if it does. Okay, yeah, that's a multi-line comment. With the pound sign.
I hate that I can't see any errors. It just appears red, but I don't know why. This is strange. But I guess it doesn't know about if there's an error before I sort of run it, right?
Yeah, I mean, usually with Python, you know, you get your IDE will kind of, most of them, you know, will highlight things depending on what it seems to detect it as, right?
Yeah.
It knows it's a Python file, but then as far as actual errors, yeah, you won't really know till you run it. Most of them, like, I usually run a syntax check, and then it'll usually give me like, hey, this line is broken, or it'll point out where things are not like jiving.
How do you run a syntax check?
I don't know. In idle, you just say check module. And like if I'd done something wrong.
Yeah, you have a run, like, option to run shit up there. I don't.
I like this basic little IDE. I don't know why. Like honestly, for writing code, I like using this.
In Atom, I think.
Sometimes I tie things together later, but if I'm working on a piece at a time, you know, for like the whole big project, I guess it's probably good to have an IDE or something. But running it inside is easy.
What is this? I need to do fucking hashtag, exclamation mark, slash. Do you do that?
For what?
Hashtag, exclamation mark, slash, user, slash, bin, slash, end of Ruby, or whatever I use, I guess. Atom. Atom? I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. I just do it anyway.
This is so new to me, but the cool thing about Atom is that it's like completely developed through Linux and just like open source, so you can do anything. That's what. Yeah.
I need to go. I'll go put it on my dev box and start playing with it.
Yeah, it's probably cool if you know what you're doing, but I guess it's a pretty steep learning curve. Press F5 to run shit. I do that. Saving. It's not a .py file. Why does it have to be a .py file? Why isn't it a .py file?
What's not a .py file?
Do I need to rename it so it ends with .py? Is that why?
That might help. Yeah, your Python file? Yeah.
That might be something. Yeah! Fuck yeah. Now there's color in my text.
That's probably better, yeah.
Yeah. Now I can see what actually works. Or sort of, at least. It feels so fucking, I don't know, left-centered though. It's like all text is glued, so I want to scroll to the left, but there's just like, I don't know, it's just like, I anticipate that there's more behind it, but it isn't. Sort of like I'm searching for private bool, private string, but there's no such thing. Or check for errors. Okay. Import work. But now what? What is this shit? Now my test1 file is named .py.py, but my test2 file is named .py. And I also got another.
I've done that before.
What? I don't get anything. What is this shit? Don't save. Remove yourself. Okay, now I think it's good now. I have one pi and another pi. I don't know. If it says print with a highlight and a red like underline, is that a good thing? Okay.
It's what?
I actually compiled the file, but it wasn't recognized. Python.exe is not recognized as an internal or external command. Operated program, blah, blah, blah. I think I'm missing something. Are you sure I don't need to include something? Like in the top of the file? It's like blah, 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 blah.
Not for just basic Python functions, no.
Hmm. Google the error I got. Oh my fucking god. This Atom actually needs me to install a module called script. Fuck's sake.
what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tutorials, and in this video, we're going to be installing Atom and
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so I was on camera for about 40 minutes. Counted it.
What are you counting?
Hmm.
Hey, she. How's it going?
Hello.
Hey, Anthony.
So, I had this package of ground beef in my fridge, and it was like vacuum sealed, and it said use before or by May 24th. I was like, I'm gonna open it up, and if it doesn't smell bad, I'm gonna cook it. So, it didn't smell
That's 2
bad.
weeks, man.
But no, it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell rank or anything. So I'm gonna
Was the vacuum sealing your doing, or was it the store's doing?
stores. Usually, ground beef will have that nasty smell if it's like
Yeah, you can smell rot. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just okay.
I don't know. I'd be a little careful with that. But I mean, if you don't mind having a tummy ache for a few days, just in case. Yeah.
Well, they don't smell bad at all. I think they smell okay if it really wasn't good. So I think I'll be okay.